Hey everyone, Tom Mo back again. Today is my 21st day of using the Google Pixel 7a, and something weird happened today. Not necessarily with the Google Pixel 7a, but with Google Voice. Who knows, it could also be Pixel related. But I was in a group chat with some friends, and they are mixed with Android users and iOS users, so I wasn't the only one contributing to the green bubbles. I typically use Google Voice as my secondary business number, and for those of you who aren't aware what Google Voice is, it is basically a free number from Google. You can just go to googlevoice.com, set up your own number. They let you text and also make phone calls on it, so pretty cool. 15 years ago, I first started using Google Voice because I wanted to replace text messaging. Back then, you had to pay for text messages, and I didn't want to do that. I believe the monthly cap was 5,000 or so. But these days, everything was unlimited, so at some point, it didn't matter anymore, but it was a struggle a long time ago. Anywho, I'm still using my Google Voice today. Just because I switch phones so often, I like how all my messages are synced together, whether I'm using an iPhone, an Android phone, on the computer, everything's all in one place. If I just use standard messaging, not everything always transfer over properly when I switch to different phones. Sometimes messages get lost. And of course, if I go between iPhone and Android, sometimes things just disappear into the black hole forever. So I do like having Google Voice as a secondary backup number. The biggest downside of Google Voice is it does not have RCS, so people reacting to your messages, you're just gonna see everything typed out. Person X react to this, person B react to that, and of course it's not gonna play well with iMessages either. But other than that, it's been serving me fine all these years. Although I did identify some instances where I was missing text messages. But going back to my original story, my best friend's first son was born today. So super exciting, congrats to him. So all my friends and I were in a group chat talking about baby pics. And then one of my other friends decided to send her baby picture over, and this was the result that I got. Had no idea what was going on. Initially I thought she sent the wrong picture, so I just played along. But the conversation kept flowing, and everyone else received the correct picture of her baby pic except me. And it wasn't until later that my wife showed me the real picture, and then I was mind blown. Then I had to go back in the chat again, screenshot the conversation, and bring it to everyone's attention what was going on. And this was their reaction. No one knew what was going on. I was kind of hoping someone will at least recognize the person in the photo versus it just being a random photo out of thin air that no one knows who it is. But yeah, just a total random picture. Enter our group chat. Everyone else received the correct baby picture except me. But anyways, it's one of those mysteries in life I don't think anyone will ever solve. Funny little story. I'll probably save that picture for a random conversation in a future day. But let me know if anyone else uses Google Voice and if you guys ever experienced anything weird like this. Let's quickly jump into day 21 with this phone. It's been a busy week for me. Schedule's been out of whack. Work has been super busy. I had one day where I had to work a 17-hour shift. So threw off my schedule, first time in over a year working at my current company. Hoping to never have to do that again. I had to skip a day video just because of the fact that I was so tired. Basically almost work a full day. My eyes were hurting. I had headache towards the end of the night. Yeah, body was not responding well to that. But it's been a few days. Now we're back on a normal grind, well rested. So day 21, I woke up at 6:03 a.m. So with the front selfie camera in the portrait mode, while recording, you can only use the 1x camera. But if you're taking a picture, you can do a wide angle at 0.7x, which is interesting. Not sure why they chose it to do it just for photos and not videos. I wouldn't mind doing a wide angle front selfie video camera. And when using the front camera, this is 1x. You can also zoom in at 1.4x if you want to emphasize stuff. Out, in, out, in, out. And if you want to switch to the main camera, unfortunately you gotta hit stop and then switch the camera around. So here is the main camera. It's pretty beautiful in the back. Bright blue skies. This is the wide angle camera at 0.5x. Anywho, here it is, 1x as you're zooming in. I'm curious if I'm in the middle of talking and zooming, if it's gonna be a break while I'm in the middle of talking. I know when I'm using the Galaxy S23 camera, it does pause as I'm switching lenses. So let me pause this video real quick and see how that sounds. Okay, we resolved that mystery, interesting enough. So when you're in the middle of recording, when you're zooming in and out like this, it does not pauses the audio. When I use the Galaxy camera, it always pauses. So when I'm doing a vlog style like this, after I finish going back and watching the videos again, my audio would cut out the moment when I'm switching the lenses. So it's nice to see that everything is going in one continuous recording as it should. Nice to see. So currently walking back to my house. This morning I went to drop off my car to get an inspection sticker and do an oil change. Finally got an email from the R&B the other day saying that my car inspection sticker is expired. The front one, never really think about it, it's just there. Apparently it's been expired since March. We are entering June, so I had to go get that taken care of. You know, little things like that you don't really monitor every day because it's just there, no one really think about it. You got the front sticker, and in the back of your car you got the one of your license plate for the registry. You know, I got time to track all these things. But anywho, drop my car off for the sticker and the oil change. They do technically let us out on a half day. You know, it's all subjective depending on what work you have. Some clients like to request things due on Friday, end of day, as if they're gonna review anything overnight and make a decision over Memorial Day weekend. But it's neither here or there. I guess when you're a client, you can demand anything you want. So for today, we'll hope we get all these requests out the way so I can get out and enjoy my weekend. Only thing stopping me on the weekend is just some of these requests. Don't really have anything planned, just gonna relax. 12:05 p.m. phone is at 85%. Since I've been working all day, it's just been sitting on a wireless charger. And with the Pixel 7a, you're only gonna get 7.5 watts of wireless charging. And on the surface, it doesn't seem like it wouldn't really matter that much. But comparing to the Galaxy S23, where I believe it might be 10 to 15 watt fast charging, don't quote me on that, don't remember the number off the top of my head. But when I use the wireless charger for the Galaxy S23, it actually does charge much faster. As for the Pixel 7a, for the most part, it either just retain the battery percentage as is, or you might get an extra 1 or 2% bump, depending on what you're doing in the background. If you're driving, you got GPS and Bluetooth that are going to use battery along with the screen being on. But if you are just sitting at your desk, screen off, it'll still charge, but 7.5 watt is actually pretty slow. But the S23, when I leave my phone on there, at some point or another, it will reach 100%. So with the Pixel 7a, I find out you'll be lucky if you get a couple percent. And I don't think it'll reach 100% just while it's charging due to the fact that it's not moving up fast enough compared to the rate that I'm using it. So anyhow, some wireless charging is still better than nothing. Currently making my way back to the car dealership to pick up my car. Got an oil change done this morning, an inspection sticker. Hopefully I don't find any surprises. Look, anytime you go get an oil change, they always give you a laundry list of things to do. Change your cabinet air filter, radiators broken, new tires, who knows. But a bright sunny day, video quality looking awesome. This is the front selfie camera. Can even snap a picture if I want to. Plenty of lighting, no worries there. And with the Google Pixel 7a, I came to the conclusion that battery life is terrible. I charge it throughout the day, but by the time I get off work, 5:24 p.m., phone is at 19%. So definitely have chargers nearby if you're out and about. Make sure you bring a portable battery charger, because it's not gonna survive, my friends. Alright, this wraps up day 21. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the Google Pixel 7a just in terms of the smoothness, the fast processor, and the performance. But the battery life is probably the biggest downfall with this phone. I find that it really lasts me half a day, and then whenever I'm out and about, I just gotta make sure it is charged properly or is always connected. And even if I'm connecting my portable charger and using the phone, it charges very slow due to the fact that it's always overheating and running in the background. So just a few things to keep in mind if you do get the Google Pixel 7a. It is a great phone, but it does run hot and it charges pretty slow, so avoid using the phone while you're charging it. But for a mid-range phone, you gotta make some sacrifices. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Please check out my last video where I talk about the 7 things I miss most about the Galaxy S23.